Indian Space Research Organization vs. the Pakistani space program. Who will win the space race? India is going to the moon as India prepares for its third lunar mission. Chandrayaan-3. It will face stiff competition from an unlikely source, Pakistan, having launched their first satellite into space in 1990. Pakistan has so far managed to achieve many milestones in space exploration, including successfully launching satellites for itself and other countries. Now, Pakistan is looking forward to joining an exclusive club of nations that have soft-landed on the moon. They're calling their mission the Pakistan Space Mission? So what does this mission entail, and how does it stack up against India's own lunar mission? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to this channel. In today's episode, we will be discussing the upcoming Pakistani mission to the moon and how it compares to the Indian Space Research Organization's ambitious project, the Chandrayaan-3 mission. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of all our latest updates. ISRO has been making a lot of news recently, and rightly so. Their second attempt at a crewed lunar mission ended in success last month, and now they are preparing for their most ambitious project yet, the Chandrayaan-3 mission. India's third lunar mission is scheduled to lift off on July. This mission, like the last one, aims to demonstrate the technologies required for a safe landing on the moon and to study its surface. But unlike its predecessors, Chandrayaan-3 will also carry a rover to explore the lunar surface. It will be the first Indian spacecraft to do so. The rover is expected to study the moon's topography and composition, which will help scientists better understand its origin and evolution. The lander, on the other hand, will test new technologies for future lunar missions, including the ability to take off and land on the moon. But ISRO is not the only space agency with their eyes set on the moon. Pakistan, too, is planning its first ever lunar mission. Unlike India, however, Pakistan's mission is more ambitious. It aims to soft land on the moon, deploy rovers and landers, and conduct a series of experiments to study its atmosphere and surface. According to reports, the mission will also include an orbiter, 2 landers, and 2 rovers. The orbiter will study the moon's atmosphere and map its surface, while the landers and rovers will collect samples and images of the lunar surface. While the mission will primarily focus on scientific research, it will also have some technologicals. For example, the landers and rovers will test new technologies for communication and navigation on the moon. The knowledge gained from this mission will help Pakistan develop the technologies needed for future human exploration of the moon. So when is Pakistan's lunar mission taking off? Well, according to reports, the launch is scheduled for sometime in 2023. But do you expect it to reach the moon anytime soon? The journey to the moon takes months, and Pakistan's mission is no exception. The spacecraft will travel to lunar orbit and then begin the process of descending to the surface. This process will take several weeks, and the actual landing will take place on August. Let's talk about the spacecraft now. Pakistan has developed many of the spacecraft components itself, including the launch vehicle, the upper stage, and the orbiter. However, some components such as the landers and rovers will be provided by China. In fact, the entire mission is a collaborative effort between Pakistan and China. Both countries signed a government-to-government agreement in 2019 to work together on the project. China will provide the necessary technical assistance and expertise to help Pakistan develop the required technologies. Pakistan, on the other hand, will provide the launch facilities and ground support. Now, let's talk about the budget. According to reports, the total cost of the mission is estimated to be around $60 million, with China providing $40 million and Pakistan providing the remaining $20 million. Next, let's talk about the launch vehicle. The spacecraft will be launched using a Long March 3C, a Chinese rocket. The rocket will lift off from the Gequan Satellite Launch Center in China and take the spacecraft into low Earth orbit. Once in orbit, the spacecraft will remain there for several weeks before beginning its journey to the moon. Once the spacecraft arrives at the moon, it will enter lunar orbit and begin the process of descending to the surface. The landing is scheduled to take place on August. If the landing is successful, the rovers and landers will begin exploring the lunar surface. They will collect samples and images of the surface and transmit them back to Earth. The orbiter will continue to map the moon's surface and monitor its atmosphere. The main objective of the mission is to study the moon's atmosphere and surface. The orbiter will measure the thickness and composition of the moon's atmosphere and map its surface. The landers and rovers will collect samples and images of the surface and transmit them back to Earth. The mission will also test new technologies for communication and navigation on the moon. In addition to the scientific and technological objectives, the mission will also have some political and diplomatic benefits. It will enhance the cooperation between Pakistan and China and promote Pakistan's role in space exploration. It will also raise Pakistan's profile as a scientific and technological nation. There are several challenges associated with the mission. One of the main challenges is the harsh environment of space. The spacecraft must be able to withstand the extreme temperatures and radiation of space in order to function properly. Another challenge is the difficulty of landing on the moon. The moon has a very thin atmosphere, which makes it difficult for a spacecraft to land safely. In addition, the communication delay between Earth and the moon poses a significant challenge. Signals from the spacecraft can take up to 20 minutes to reach Earth, which makes it difficult to control the spacecraft in real time. Despite these challenges, Pakistan is determined to succeed in its mission. The country has a long history of scientific and technological achievement, and its people are highly educated and skilled. With the support of China, Pakistan is confident that it can overcome the challenges and make history. So, how does this Pakistani mission compare to India's own lunar program? We can assess the two missions based on different parameters such as their goals, budget, technology, and timeline. Both missions aim to explore the moon and advance our understanding of its origin, evolution, and potential for human habitation. However, they differ in their approach and scope. In terms of goals, Chandrayaan-3's primary objectives include demonstrating technologies for landing and operating on the moon, studying its geology and atmosphere, and searching for water ice. On the other hand, PACSAT's goals are more ambitious as it aims to establish a permanent presence on the moon, develop resources for future human settlements, and promote international collaboration in space exploration. In terms of budget, Chandrayaan-3 is more expensive than PACSAT, with a total cost of over $60 million. PACSAT, on the other hand, is more affordable with an estimated cost of around $40 million. In terms of technology, both missions require advanced space exploration technologies such as launch vehicles, spacecraft, landers, and rovers. However, Chandrayaan-3's technology is more mature as India has already launched several successful lunar missions. Pakistan, on the other hand, is still developing its space exploration technologies and will rely heavily on Chinese assistance for its mission. In terms of timeline, Chandrayaan-3 is more aggressive as it aims to launch its spacecraft in 2023 and land on the moon by 2024. Pakistan's mission is more ambitious and has not yet set a firm timeline for its launch and landing. Overall, both missions represent significant achievements for their respective countries and contribute to the advancement of space exploration. Chandrayaan-3 is a more realistic and achievable mission with a higher chance of success. PACSAT is a more ambitious and challenging mission that faces greater technical and financial difficulties. Well, that's it for today's episode. Which mission do you think will be more successful? Let us know in the comments below. And do you forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.